Hello everyone. Hi Sumesh.
Hey, hello. 1 second.
Am I on properly?
Yeah. How are you?
Okay. Yeah, so welcome to Tete Tete with Tires. We are doing it first time with you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now it's audible. Before that, it was not actually.
Okay.
Now it's fine. Yeah.
Good,
So
good.
welcome for the yeah. So
Thank you.
like
Hi, everyone.
let's see. Little bit bit problem is there in internet actually. When you're speaking, it's not coming correctly. So
Okay, just hold on for a moment.
yeah. Guys, I'm really sorry actually. Sumesh is fixing out his internet, so please give us some time to connect. I hope you all will cooperate with us for this session. So I'm trying with him. Uh,
Hey, really sorry.
No problem, no problem. It's fine. It's just like a normal talk. We are not going to take much stress about anything like we do in workshops.
Yeah.
So,
The Wi-Fi is down
as we
today, so that is why it got disconnected. And after that, I
no
was not
problem.
able to connect. I sent the invite, and it was not getting through.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sorry for
So
the
again, your
technical
garden
difficulties.
being beautiful. Like I can see like that same Buddha, I
Yeah.
guess, at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the leaves are looking very green, like uh, same as like last time when we did the workshop.
YouTube,
Amazing,
yeah.
like it was really good. So, okay. So let's start the talk, Sumesh. So basically, this is going to be about you. Like we want to know about you and how you started this, like gardening, especially, and how it came like so much big in your house, and how was your family reaction? Did they allowed you and everything? Like so, like you can just tell about us, like कि when did you started, कैसे start किया, कब सोचा कि किसने motivate किया कि कैसे करना है gardening.
Okay.
So
I started around 8 years back when we moved into this place. So we bought this house, and we were lucky to have a small garden space next to that. That's how we started the gardening. So prior to that, I never had any gardening experience. I'm basically from Kerala, and in my parents' home, we have a garden over there. So in my childhood, I have seen that how they take care of the garden, my aunt and parents. So how they maintain the garden. Apart from watering, I never bothered about much that time. So because everywhere you see greenery. So Kerala is one of
yeah,
the greenest state. So everywhere
yeah,
we have a backyard as well. So we have mangoes, jackfruit, different fruit varieties. So it was like yeah, it's common everywhere. We can see that. So that is how it was. So when I came to Bangalore some 15 years ago, so that's the time when yeah, things started looking different. It's a city life versus the village life which was in Kerala. So and when we moved into this place, we started planting fruit trees first. So we never thought that it will turn out something to be like this, and we'll have such varieties of plants and everything. So initially, it was just planting few fruit trees because utilizing the space. So we got the space, why not utilize it? So that's how we started. And when we got comfortable, we added more plants. And eventually, it turned out to be an urban jungle like this now.
yeah. Definitely. So from like 8 years में इतना like you guys have to like take a lot of care because इतने अच्छे fruits देना, जैसे मैंने आपके बारे में already देखा है Instagram पे एवोकाडोस एंड कितने सारे वैरायटी के fruits हैं. तो like जब आपने स्टार्ट किया लगाना प्लांट्स को, तो तब तो कुछ ना कुछ हर्डल्स जरूर आए होंगे कि मतलब आपने लगाया और वो प्लांट नहीं सरवाइव किया. सो ऐसा भी हो जाता है शुरू शुरू में. तो वो हर्डल्स के बारे में हम डेफिनेटली जानना चाहेंगे यहाँ पे, क्योंकि बिगनर्स के साथ ये प्रॉब्लम बहुत ज्यादा आती है कि वो एक सैपलिंग खरीद के लेके आए, उन्होंने लगाया, किसी भी वजह से जो ओवर वाटरिंग हो जाती है या फिर उसका सॉइल इतना अच्छा नहीं होना और वो प्लांट खराब हो जाता है, एंड देन दे सडनली गेट अपसेट एंड वो छोड़ देते हैं गार्डनिंग करना.
Yeah.
तो आपके साथ क्या हर्डल्स आई थी जब आपने स्टार्ट किया था?
When we started, we didn't know anything about gardening. So what we did was we had a gardener in the layout. So we utilized his services and we planted whatever things came to our mind and whatever things he suggested. So that's how we started because we don't know okay, what item comes good in this climate or whether we have to go for a fruiting variety or vegetables. Nothing we knew. So we started with basic few items which he suggested like mangoes, sapota, and lemon and basic items. So initially, it was like, okay, yeah, just water the plants and put fertilizer. So that's how we started it. But over the period of time, it was not growing different plants at different varieties and different requirements. So we started reading more about that. Okay, yeah, this plant requires this type of climatic condition, or this plant requires this type of soil or this type of care. So we started reading more about it, and that's how we started developing it further. So the main thing what failed in our journey, if you look at the garden over here, we have a lot of plants. So initially it was like plants in the border, and the bottom part was a lawn. So that is how we started it. So that lawn was an utter failure. So because over the period of time that the trees grew and the lawn was not getting good care or good shade, and there were different things came in over there, and it was not maintained properly, and eventually we had to take that out. So likewise, we had certain plants also. Initially, we killed it, and after some time, we again read about that plant. Okay, why did we kill that plant? Okay, we overwatered that plant. So that is why, or we didn't give a lot of care, or we didn't give proper sunlight for that plant. So that is how we brought that plant again, and we were able to get it through.
True, definitely. So, as you are doing in open space, so in monsoon season, water would be the difficult challenge. मतलब like overwatering हो जाता होगा, and then so how do you manage those like unnecessarily things like क्योंकि अगर हमारे पास pot है, we can always take care of a pot. We can put according to the sunlight which we want to give it to that plant. So how you are managing those things when it is a like not a stable climate in Bangalore, let's say.
Okay, so see basically the plants which are outside, so they can tolerate water. So only thing you have to keep in mind is the water should not clog into the pot. So that is when the root rot triggers in. So when the water even you overwater the plant during monsoon, and the water is draining out properly, or it is getting absorbed into the earth. So there is no problem with that, because if you look at in the wild, so basically monstera or any indoor plant, that kind of things, they survive in the wild without any care. So even though it is raining over there, it survives that climatic condition. So basically these are the plants which climb on trees and everything in the wild. So we recreated a similar kind of condition. So that is how we are managing it. And there are certain plants which when monsoon starts, we move it inside or we move it to the shade so that water balancing can be done. So whatever is outside in the monsoon, so they can tolerate the water. So there's no issue.
Okay,
The issue
great,
happens
great.
when the water gets clogged and it is getting stuck in the pot. So that is when the root rots will trigger.
Yeah, true. So, like all the plants you have outside basically, or
No, we
like
have
some
indoor plants. No, we have utilized the entire area. If you go through the profile, we can see that I have a terrace garden. I have a balcony garden, and even in the porch or even in the outside area, everywhere you can see plants. Even inside the living room, all the places there are plants.
Okay. So, close to how many plants you have now?
I haven't counted it. I think I have approximate 1,500 to 1,600 plants, I think.
Yeah, and it is not countable actually. Maybe I'm asking a silly questions,
Yeah.
but like you have, matlab, just an idea of that.
You broke in between, sorry.
So I'm asking that how many varieties you have in plants.
I have close to 400 varieties of plants. So there are close
Okay,
to,
okay. So,
I can say some 35 to 40 varieties of fruits alone. Then I have a lot of philodendrons. Then different type of monsters are there. Then close to, yeah, put together everything, there will be close to some close to 400 varieties of plants are there.
okay. So do you have vegetables? Because I mostly see your pictures on Instagram basically for fruits.
Yeah.
So are you growing vegetables also?
Vegetables we do
Okay.
have, but very minimal. We don't have extensive varieties of vegetables. So in the terrace, we have a small vegetable garden. So we have basically the basic vegetables like tomato, then lady's finger, then the long yard beans, yam, then a bit of carrot and beetroot, then spinach. So basic stuff of vegetables we have, not an extensive one. So because the problem with vegetables what we face is vegetables require every season you have to plant again. So whereas the fruits once you plant it survives each year, and during the season it will give fruit. So that maintenance wise it is comparatively more easier for the fruits. So and we have utilized maximum space over there. So that is why the vegetable varieties are very minimal.
True, definitely true. So, like as you have done on terrace also, so like it doesn't provide any problem to the roof when you do on terrace, like because you are saying carrots also, and maybe like number of pots are more, as you are saying that you have 1,500 plus pot like total plants. So when we do on terrace, so generally like people say that ki because of that थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम आता है walls में and ऐसे तो like what would you like to suggest to those people if they are doing terrace gardening?
The basic thing you can do a water treatment. So the roofing protection that can be done. And another thing is having a stand in place. So you will get a lot of iron stands, and when you keep the pots on top of that, that will help you in cleaning the area, and it will avoid the water clogging of the roof also. So that is one way to protect the roof. And another last option is, say, due to this, in future anything happens, you always have the option to do the dress work also. So that's the
Yeah.
last option if anything goes wrong. So I'm not telling that okay that will happen. So basically use the stand so that will avoid the possible exposure to the damage.
Okay, okay. So what is your like amazing experience in your garden? Like when we do gardening, हमारे साथ बहुत सारी ऐसी activities होती हैं जो हमें याद रह जाती हैं. Maybe we saw a new type of insects और कुछ भी ऐसा कुछ नया देखने को मिलता है. So share some amazing experiences of yours, if you have any, in those 8 years.
There are a lot of experiences. So even today also we had experience. So it's basically harvesting fruits. That is something what we like. Me, my wife, and my daughter. So we three come together and we harvest whether it is avocado or dragon fruit or any of the fruit. So we harvest it together. So that is something which gives us happiness. So that is a pleasant memory also. So and apart from that. Spotting birds and butterflies. So that is another thing which is memorable. So sometimes what is it, when you go close to the butterfly, it will fly and sit on your body. So that's a memorable feeling in that aspect. So you're spotting a new variety every time, or spotting a new bird. So it will come and eat the fruit. So that is something which is nice to have. Some people think that they are damaging the plant or eating the fruit, but we enjoy those little moments which comes in the nature.
That's totally true. I saw a lot of videos and photos where your daughter is like playing with those insects, and it looks really good actually, because a lot of kids like they scared from earthworms or maybe butterflies. It फिर भी like it's good, but बहुत सारे ऐसे insects होते हैं जिससे कि kids like they want to be away, and that's the reason also they don't want to do gardening also, because like hands become dirty or something like that. So this would be a really good example that we see on your Instagram page, that your daughter is playing with those insects in the garden. So what do you do with so many fruits when you harvest them?
We consume it, whatever we require, and we share it with our friends and families also. We share it with our neighbors, then friends and family.
Okay, okay, okay. Great, great, great. So when you thought of doing this, like when you bought this house, and so what was your reaction? Like what your family reacted on that? Or they are okay that okay, let's consume the space and let's do the gardening. Like are they okay with everything when you thought of doing
See,
this?
this urban, whatever you see now, it was a journey. So it was not that, okay, one day I planted everything and it turned out to be like this. So initially, my wife also joins in the gardening, and now my daughter also helps us in the gardening things. So initially, when we planted only a few things. So it was like okay, I'm looking normal. Then after some time, those plants grew, and we had spaces in between. Okay, what can be planted in that area? Okay, let's start balcony. So let's start indoor. So every time we started something new, and it was a mutual discussion and decision. So she also enjoys the gardening, and we both take care of things together. And whatever you see today, so over the time of period, it evolved into this. So it is not that okay, yeah. If initially itself I'm telling that okay, I'm going to do this, then yeah, there is an objection or there is something will be different. But since it got evolved into this, it is something which is natural.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So, like looking at your garden, it's really very, very big, as you're also telling us. So, how do you plan of take caring of all those plants? Like, how do you plan it? Like when we have to take care of which plant or how it happens?
Okay, so basically, daily we do a garden walk. So it's a limited space. It's just 1,500 square feet. So daily morning we take one round of the garden, and that is when we notice, yeah, okay, this plant require care, and this plant require this thing to be done. So we note down everything, and Saturday, Sunday we take care of the garden. So 5 days it is
Oh,
busy, and we won't be able to spend time with the plants. So we not think so, okay, yeah, this the fruit should is ripe, and we have to harvest it, or we have to fertilize this plant. So we go with a planning, and we execute it during the weekend.
okay. So Saturday, Sunday, you
Yeah,
devote your time to garden
exactly.
properly. So is it sufficient like according to me, मेरे को sufficient नहीं लग रहा है Saturday Sunday, but you can tell us better that is 2 days are sufficient to manage the whole big garden.
It's not that we do 2 days. See, only when we fertilize the plants or we take the plants, move out and clean that area, only that day it is a mess where we take longer duration. Apart from that, on a normal day, it doesn't require much time. So maybe we take a half day during a Saturday. So that is our normal routine. So till lunch or maybe post lunch till evening. So that's the time where we do garden. So it doesn't take a longer time. It's the only thing you have to follow a routine and you have to plan things properly.
Yeah, definitely. So, like, I'm just asking because of curiosity, so many questions are coming.
No problem.
Generally, like, we used to have like 10, 20 pots in our house. So we can plan that, okay, in the morning we'll wake up early and give water to the plants. So in your case, how you do this activity? Because some plants required watering daily, and because of monsoon, it's maybe making your like this work easy because वो automatically सब हो जाता
Very
है.
true.
But in summer and yeah, उस season में like how do you plan कि कैसे हमको daily water करना है, and do you spare your 1 hour daily in the morning extra कि yeah, I have to go and water all the plants?
Okay, see, one thing what I have done is I have grouped the plants according to the requirement. So whichever plants require frequent watering, I have kept it in one area. So when and I use a garden hose and I spray water on top of everything. So when I do that, I can cover one area very quick. So it is not that, okay, I have to go manually into each of the pot and do that. I do that only for the indoor plants. Anything which is outside, it is just spraying the water. So imagine in a nursery, how the gardeners take care of the watering. So they don't go to each of the plants and they water. So they use a pressure pump or they use a hose and they spray the water like that. So even I do the similar stuff over here. I have a water hose and I water it according to that. And whichever plants require minimal watering, so I have kept it in a separate area, and at that area I cover depending on the requirement. So even during summer also, I know, okay, this area requires watering like this, and both me and my wife, we share the responsibility and we water accordingly. So I take care of the outside area and she takes care of the terrace area. So whenever I am free in the morning, I water the plants over here, and she is free in the evening and she water plants in the terrace. So that's how we divide the responsibility and we manage.
Okay, that's true. Like it's a really good idea. Like I was not aware about this, that nursery guys also do like this, that they put the same kind of plants together and then they water accordingly. But that's a really nice idea. We should also do this if we have 10 pots or like 20 pots in our balcony or wherever. So it would be a good, like if somebody is planning to make a very big garden. So and last time also like
another thing is, see, when you group the plants together, it creates a moisture within. So the water evaporation and the humidity or moisture within that area, that is very good. So the plants will also survive better when you club things together.
Okay, yeah, that's totally true. Yeah. So and the Buddha that I can see at the back of you, earlier also you were telling me that there is some logic behind this, that water should be there, water body should be there in the garden. So if you can elaborate about this, like why it is important to have a water body in garden, or maybe so because balcony, I'm not sure whether people can manage it, but if you can give some ideas about this, like why it is important and how people can make this in their small space as well.
See, even in balcony also you can have water bodies. There is no harm in that. See, it basically depends on what type of plants are nearby. So basically with this, the moisture level in that area, or the humidity level in that area, so that will increase. So if you look at in the wild, so there are a lot of small water bodies everywhere in the forest. So and there are a lot of things which comes the plants which survive near to that. So the humidity level in that area will be higher. So by maintaining this kind of water bodies in the garden, the evaporation from the water or the splashing of water outside, all those things create a moisture level for the plants, which will create that temperature, a cool kind of temperature. So the plants grow really well in that. So if you notice here, you can see the roots. These are aerial roots from the monstera. So this is the monstera, and the aerial roots are going to the water. So that is another way the plants are absorbing the water.
True, definitely. Okay. So, like, because a lot of people ask us that if we do it in a small space, like in a balcony, terrace पे भी कर सकते हैं, but balcony actually, like they say that कि no, there would be a issue of getting the water dirty, and then insects will come, and a lot of things will happen. So, like, is it required, like I'm not specifically asking about your, because yours is a big space, right? So but for small balcony people, do they have to change the water daily, or how they can manage that thing? Because the people who takes lotus from us and they grow, so they are like, they say that ki बहुत गंदा हो जाता है, like how do we manage this and a lot. So if you can give some tips on that.
Okay, so normally people think that planting the trees or plants outside, that is beneficial than planting it in the balcony. So, but each has its own pros and cons. So the moment you plant anything outside, you cannot control it. So it is like a natural self-sustaining environment. There will be a lot of insects which comes in through the earth, or some birds will come in and attack, or so those kind of things will be there, which you cannot control. But whereas when you plant things in a pot, what goes inside that pot, and what is the fertilizer or what attack happens, all those things can be controlled. So you can move a pot from one area to another when the season changes. When there is low sunlight, okay, move the plant to a brighter spot so that it will get more sunlight. So each has its own advantages. So balcony garden has its own benefit. I would like to say that. And another one, maintaining the water body in the balcony. It depends on what water body. So maintaining a fountain like this, that will be comparatively easier. But maintaining a lotus or water lily in a balcony, that will be a challenging aspect. Why? Because see, water lilies or lotus that require direct sunlight. So most of the people ask me, okay, yeah, how come my water lily is not blooming? And so either that is not matured. So most of the time I notice that the plant that they have just sprouted the plant and it is hardly 2 3 months old. Or another one, there is no direct sunlight. So these things grow well or bloom really well when there is direct sunlight. So if you notice things in the lake, so there will be when you travel or when you're in different places, you might have seen water lilies in the water bodies, right? So they get direct sunlight. So that is how
Okay.
they grow more. So in the balcony, you will how much ever the sunlight you get, it will be half of the day. It is not that okay, it is coming throughout the day.
Yeah.
When you keep things in the terrace, that will be much more beneficial. So in the balcony, instead of that, you can try some other water plants. There are wide varieties
Yeah.
of water plants, so you can use anything of that sort. And another one, adding fishes to the water body. That will take care of the mosquitoes.
Okay. Acha.
So that is another
Oh.
thing. What the people ask, okay, when I keep this one, okay, it is attracting a lot of mosquitoes. So what should I do? So add some fishes to that,
Huh.
especially the guppies or a small variety of fishes. They will eat the mosquito larvae.
Oh.
So that problem won't be there. And another one is keep the water rotating. So if the water is like stagnant, like a water lily pond or lotus pond, then add fishes. Another option is have the fountain like this, so the water is always rotating, so that
Yeah.
it won't attract any mosquitoes.
Okay. That's a good point. Actually, a lot of people ask us that if we do any such plants which are into water, so how can we avoid like mosquitoes, and a lot of other small insects will come. So this is a good idea. Like they can definitely use fishes if they like to do that.
Yeah.
That's a really good. So how do you plan your vacation? Like when you have to go, and how, like who takes care of your garden if you go for a long week vacation, let's say?
We have a house help, so she takes care of the plant in our absence. So we have trained her, okay, how to take care of this plant requires less watering, or this area requires frequent watering. So we have instructed her, and over the period of time, she's used to it. So it's been so long, and whenever we travel, she takes care of that properly.
Okay. So, like maybe it's just a silly question I'm asking again. So, if you plan, let's say you have to shift because you're a working person, like you and your family. So, what will happen for this garden? Like, have you imagined something? एक thought तो आता ही है कि अगर हमें shift करना पड़ेगा किसी और city में, तो इसका क्या होगा जो इतने
No,
मेहनत से सब कुछ किया?
see, I never planned this, so I don't plan okay whether we have to move out or not, and no idea. So if we move out, maybe the indoor plants can be taken care, and the remaining trees, the next person will enjoy. So we are also not going to survive in this earth forever, right? So we are also here for a limited set of time, and the trees will survive to the next generation. So likewise, and I have planted it, but I never grew it. So nature grew it, so the next person will enjoy it. So that's as simple as that.
That's totally true. That's totally. So, for like, let's say when you go for vacation, so ये तो सबके साथ होता ही है. A lot of people come back and say कि I went to vacation and मेरे पीछे से मेरे plans कुछ खराब हो गए. So, is anything like any memory with you that when you went for a vacation and you saw that okay, this plant die
Yes,
and something.
lot of cases, especially the indoor plants are very tricky. So when we go out, the air circulation or the lighting conditions, all those things changes because you are not frequently moving inside the house. So even though the maid comes and take care, so it's limited duration. So they just the house help will come for maybe half an hour, just water and go. So the remaining set of time, the curtains are closed, so the light conditions will be different. So those challenges will be there. So initially that used to happen. So in the later point of time, what we did was we started moving all the indoor plants, especially from the living room and everything, to the balcony, so that the air circulation will be more and the damage also can be reduced.
Okay, that's a good idea. Like, yeah, if we are going for a vacation, we can probably put them in the balcony so that, at least the natural air will come
Exactly,
and
yeah.
sunlight
That's true. That's true.
can, yeah. So, and even a lot of people ask me that when you meet to Sumesh, just ask this question that what make changes when like this corona started in 2 years में तो आपको ज़्यादा time मिलने लगा gardening के लिए या फिर the things are same when it was before like these 2 years?
It's more or less the same. See, we were doing it from last 8 years. The major difference, what I can say in the Corona period, is Instagram. So I was never a social media person, and I never used to post pictures about of my garden also. So during the COVID time, I started this as a time pass, and that's how the account started. So that's the main thing what I can say as a difference. Nothing from the gardening standpoint, because we take care of that before also, and we are taking care of that now also. So there is no major difference in the gardening aspect. We have added more plants or we have done different things, but from the gardening standpoint, that looks same. So it was an evolving one, so it's quite normal. But the Instagram, that routine, that is something which I started after the lockdown.
Okay. That's really good. I want to ask personally about your daughter. I see all those videos in your Instagram only that she's playing with. So tell us something about her now, like how her journey in this, like how you made her like familiar with those insects because वही मैंने बोला जैसे kids के साथ it happens that maybe that would happen with your daughter also, that she don't want to touch the soil or something. So tell us something that happens, those memories or some amazing activities that you did with her to introduce with the plants and the insects and that comes. So
I would say introduction to the these things that require when you move to a new place. Say you are not exposed to gardening, and you are moving to a kid to a new place, and you are introducing to the new thing. Then that requires introduction. So when we moved into this place, she was less than a year old. So she grew up seeing this. So we didn't have to introduce her to, okay, this is this plant, or this is the way to take care. So she grew up looking at these things. Okay, seeing a butterfly is like a usual stuff, or plucking a fruit is like a normal thing. So that is how she grew up. So maybe that is why I didn't have to introduce anything to her. So only thing I introduced was a butterfly. So she was scared of a butterfly. So it took a lot of effort a deliberate effort to get rid of that fear. So that's something which we had to take effort. Apart from that, the remaining things and all, that was like normal thing because we see that day in and day out.
Yeah, definitely. So, lot of people ask me that snails का problem बहुत आता है monsoon में. So, like for outside garden, it's all fine, I would say. मतलब like they will come and they will go away. But what people can do if they are doing in terrace and balcony? So how if it happens with you also, how do you like solve this problem of snails
like who eats up the leaves and everything. A lot of people ask that I started bitter gourd, water gourd, and in the morning when I saw and there were no leaves. All the leaves went away because snails and everyone like they ate up. So how to manage those things like in a bigger space, like even in balcony? Because when we tell them, okay, spray neem oil, they say, ki, how can I just like how much neem oil I should spray actually? Matlab, so if do you have any specific like something that you would like to suggest them ki they should do if they are getting a lot of problem of snails or
Okay,
these types of
I would
insects?
say the other way. See, I have more snail problem in the ground than in the balcony or terrace. Because
Okay.
see, as I said before, the ground space that you cannot control. So this
Hmm.
insect, they have an underground connect. So
Hmm.
they come directly from the earth. So you cannot control whether snails or any insects or anything which comes from the earth. So we see a lot of snails in the garden, especially during monsoon. But no major problem in the balcony or terrace. So what we do is we pluck and we move them out. So there is no direct method to do that. I have heard that there is a beer trap. What you need to do is have a mug and pour a little bit of beer and submerge that pot to the ground level. So all the snails will come and get trapped inside that. So that is another way to tackle that. So I have heard it. I never tried it. So
Okay.
the snails are a challenge. Especially during monsoon season, they come and attack the plants.
Yeah, definitely. Because if we do on the ground floor itself, if our pots are outside, so it's on the ground floor itself, and the snail started coming, and वो pot पे आने लग जाते हैं, and then it go inside. Even lotus plants में भी हमने बहुत देखा है. काफी लोग हमें pictures भेजते हैं कि हमारा pot बाहर ही रखा है, पूरा हमने tub बाहर रख रखा है, and snails are like floating in the water. So what to do? So a lot of these type, I would suggest ki they can put on stand. I maybe that
So
would be the only
even
option to.
even in stand also snails will climb by the stand, so you cannot 100% avoid it. So only thing whenever you
Yeah, yeah,
spot it, take and remove it immediately. So that's the only thing so that you can reduce the growth of it.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
And especially in a balcony or a terrace kind of environment, you can there will be limited number of plants. So a frequent check will help in managing this kind of things.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's true. So, are you going to show us your garden? Like, we want to see your terrace actually. A lot of people asked me that last time in the workshop, you showed us the whole like tour of your outside area, but terrace and balcony के लिए काफी लोग demand कर रहे थे. So, is it possible today that you
No,
can show us at
no,
least your terrace?
not in the terrace. See, terrace is something yeah, which I have to go inside the home and go in, which I am not going to do now. So I can show you the outside garden. So terrace, I have a
Yeah.
IGTV post in my feed, so people can see that. So that's the only thing. So terrace, I don't publish it more. So it's a more of a personal space. So I don't post much pictures of the inside house or the balcony and the terrace. I normally post pictures of the outside area.
Okay, so let's walk through your like urban jungle and let's see what new things are there from the last workshop to this talk.
Sure, sure. One second.
Okay.
So I'll show you from here.
Okay.
This is how the outside looks.
That's really amazing. Like even the sun is also very good today. No monsoon. Have you shall I ask you a question while you are walking
Yes,
through
yes, yes.
your
I can talk.
garden?
So these are the avocado. So people normally ask,
Oh,
okay, how tall is the avocado? So this is how tall it
hmm.
is, almost some 20 feet height. So both are
Oh,
different varieties. So this is the reed variety. I have posted both the pictures today. So this is the reed variety which is round, and this is the I don't have anything which is nearby, so you can see the picture. So that's a different variety which is a long one, and another
okay.
one pomegranate flowers.
Okay.
Then this is lychee, which is yet to grow. We haven't got any fruits till now, and this is
Okay.
bilimbi or you can see here.
Okay.
Star fruit
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, star fruit lips. So how often you do cuttings of your trees, because it grows in a very bush, and generally trees required cutting. So how do you take that decision that how often we have to do that? Like,
See, it depends on the tree. See, if the tree is going to cover another tree, or it is blocking the sunlight of another one, then I prune the branches. And most of the time after the fruiting season, we prune that. So this is another variety of cactus, variegated cactus, and some wild ginger. So another cactus varieties, and this is how the entrance looks.
it's really good. Like 90% of plants I can see.
So here I have majorly Dieffenbachia, Aglaonema, and everything over here. And when you come
Okay.
inside, it is like a curtain of money plants.
That's so good. But money plants में actually मेरे को एक question है यहाँ पे सुमेश, that like the way it's hanging out, right? So a lot of aerial roots come out.
Yes.
So what to do with, yeah, like, because last time when we saw your Monstera, so it was climbing, Monstera was climbing one tree. So in that case, the aerial roots are taking that protein from that tree. But what to do in case of money plant? A lot of aerial roots come out, and sometimes the seeds, like leaves, also start falling it down. तो उस case में अगर हम moss stick नहीं use करना चाह रहे हैं, तो what would you like to suggest
See,
to make them?
leave them as it is. I don't hamper the aerial roots, because aerial roots are something which is required for the plant. It absorbs the nutrients and things from the air, and see, wherever you can give support, they will get inside that moss stick, and it will grow from there. So maybe you can see here.
Oh,
So you can see this is a Rhaphidophora. So that has gone inside the moss stick, and it is using it as a support.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
So we can leave them all.
if you give aerial root support, then the plant will use that as a support, and it will grow further.
Okay, okay. So for money plant, like we can leave them as it is, because a lot of people make like these types of uh, uh, I don't know, the trails of money plant in their home, but they always ask us that what is there is anything we can use instead of moss stick to make them more bushier. So
Yeah,
like, because
another thing is you can prune the money plant. So when you prune it, it will become more bushier. So that is another way to promote growth. And if you don't prune it, it will come as a long one. So that's the way
Okay.
to manage it. And I don't use any support. So when you give a support, then it uses it more. So here, since I am looking at creating it as a curtain, so I cannot give any support. I cannot have multiple standing poles over there, right? So that is why I don't have any support in that.
Okay, okay, okay. That's nice. It's so green actually, मतलब, like so many colors. You have actually occupied your space very, very well.
So-
Everywhere.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
the garden space. So most of the people ask me, okay, how big is the garden? So is that 1,500 square feet only the garden area? No. So 1,500 square feet includes the house also. So this is the garden space, and I have a front portion also where I showed the other plants. So and you can see all the fruit varieties are on the side, and all the other varieties are on this side. So that there is a 6 feet gap from the trees to the house.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that's what, like, I was also about to ask, because देखने से it looks like, when we see it looks very big,
Yeah.
but we can identify the start point and the end point. But now we can imagine exactly that, and people can also plan actually, because when we think about 1,500 square feet space, a lot of people say नहीं, space ही नहीं बचेगी घर में, क्या करेंगे, parking के लिए use कर लेते हैं, just normal things that comes into mind. But looking at your plans, we can definitely do that.
So here I have
So
pillows, some anthuriums,
Okay.
some crotons.
Protons. Okay. Mostly all the varieties of indoor, outdoor. You have covered even the different types of monsteras, cactus,
Yeah.
palm.
This is mulberry, so now it is not the season, so the season is over. And over there is mango, and this is a different type of palm, and another type of mango, and
Okay.
another giant monstera. These
Monstera.
are pretty big.
Yeah.
And, different philodendron, different type of Pelargonium, some
Okay.
alocasias, black alocasia, then some anthurium is growing in between, and this is a chiku. So now the next season is coming up. So this is a chiku tree, and this is how
Okay.
this end looks. So we have a palm in the top, and
Okay.
so the mulberry tree over there,
Yeah.
and some orchids and hanging orchids and everything. Then another water body.
Okay.
If you notice here,
So,
we had the water lily added over here, but because of the lack of sunlight and the shade, it didn't survive. So, but the other plant, this is water bamboo, and that is surviving well. And now you can see the fishes in the pond, the golden.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, a lot of. So, have you tried lotus, Sumesh, growing at your place?
Yeah, I have it in the terrace. I don't have a lotus. I have a water lily.
Okay, water lily. Okay.
And this is another pond.
Oh,
Basically, it maintains the humidity and other things. So this is how
okay,
the
okay.
this side of the garden looks from
Oh,
the inside.
okay. All like all the four sides of the house are covered with the plants, or it's just like only in front from where you are standing now in till the end.
So I would say the back side we don't have any space. So it will be a front side, the right side like this, and the front side. So these are the two areas, and the other side it is very minimal space. So that is how it is
Oh,
divided. So it is basically two sides, and the third side is very minimal.
okay, okay, okay.
And we have
That's
some monsteras
that's
here.
true. Yes, a lot of monsteras. Like, and we saw orchids first time in your like because a lot of people just imagine to grow orchids, but
Okay.
that was really. Oh, that's nice. So, have you tried doing grafting, Sumesh? A lot of people nowadays we can see on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram. A lot of people suggest to try grafting in the same species. So,
Of the fruits.
uh, not exactly like mango grafting. I have listened hibiscus, vincariosa, or not vincariosa. Sorry, this bougainvillea. So a lot, which has at least a pencil-like thickness stem, and maybe even do people do for cactus also and adenium also. So have you tried
No,
any time on any plant?
I haven't experimented anything with the grafting thing of the plant. So and I don't have any experience in that.
Okay, okay,
Because see, most of the things I want them to grow big, so I never tried experimenting with those. So this is
that's
another one
orchids.
orchid,
Okay, okay, okay. It's really nice.
and it is mounted on the plant. And this one was the foxtail one. It dried, so we had two shoots, and this was the different color flower, and this is a uh, the different color. So this was much more darker, and this was the lighter shade. And this is the avocado tree. This is how the top looks.
Okay. Almost the whole house, if we stand in front, it will covered with the trees, basically,
Yeah,
if I say. Okay. So you can enjoy sitting outside in monsoon season also.
yeah.
Like, because trees
Monsoon or
all,
summer, it doesn't matter. So it gives a good shade for the house. And this is rose apple. The season got over, and the new buds are coming in. So ideally, it's a summer fruit. So not sure how it came in now. Maybe the climate change effect. So over here we have some syngoniums, a pink syngonium, pink splash, and the pink one, and some caladiums.
okay. Yeah.
Then some lucretias, then the pepper.
What is this,
That
Somesh?
is bush pepper.
The bush pepper. Okay.
And
Okay.
over here it is calatheas, then different types of begonias.
Okay. So, people say that if we put the same species plants together, we can see a good growth in plant. Do you also believe in that? Like, अगर
Yes,
हम
yes.
लोग like, okay,
That is what I told before. I grouped the plants together. So if you look at, okay, this area is begonias, and this area is syngonium. So that they grow together. And so you can see here different types of begonias growing together. So this is one. Then this is another one. Then the dotted variety, another variety, different one. Then this variety.
okay.
Then candy.
So all these plants are like you have brought from the nursery and you have planted over here.
No,
All mostly all.
sometimes I get cuttings from my friends or family, so that also there.
Okay. So like maybe a lot of people ask you also that can you give us some cuttings of your plants? Does it happens with you?
Yeah, I share it with my family or close friends, not with Instagram people. So there are Instagram people normally ask. So, but I cannot share it with the entire 19,000 people, right? So that is not the right way to
Yeah.
ask also. So it's not
Yeah.
possible to share the cutting with anyone. So most of the time when I post the variegated monstera, so this is when I get, okay, can you give me a cutting? So it's not possible.
Okay.
But I have given cuttings to my uncle, my friends, my parents, and a lot of people.
Yeah. Those who are near to us, at least we can provide them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is how
So-
this area looks like. And I'll also show you the monstera fruit.
Oh, okay. Monstera also gives fruit.
Yeah.
I was not aware about this. Is it the fruit or flower? Like,
It flowers, so you can see it flowers and it falls off. Then it grows as a fruit.
okay.
And this is the one which you told, yeah, it is climbing to the palm.
Yeah.
When you look at the top.
So it will not harm the tree at all
No, it won't
if
harm
it
the tree.
climbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, and different, the black syngonium.
Okay.
Then the one is normal, this one like orange spider plant.
Okay.
So this is how this area looks.
Yeah. Like mostly, like as I said, like 90% of place is totally filled with greenery, but that's really like good. So Bangalore like has a lot of pollution. So like when you go outside from your house, do you feel some difference like when you go outside and like comes to home because you have a lot of plants at home?
Everywhere it depends on the place things matter. So when you go to any city for that matter, whether it is Delhi, Mumbai, or even Kerala, also there are places where it is polluted. So you cannot control that. So you have to accept that and move on. So there are certain places which are serene in Bangalore also. Especially there are a lot of gardens. So it is also known as the garden city. So you have a lot of garden spaces where it is much more greener than what I have. So it depends
Oh,
on where you go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is another orchid. So the white orchids.
Oh, white orchids. Okay.
So and this is the
So what
new shoots coming in.
good seed?
And this shoot is almost gone. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 shoots were there, and remaining were almost gone. And this area it is.
Many. Okay, wandering Jew. So many. It's looking like almost covered the whole ground.
Yeah, it's like a carpet.
So
And this is
yeah,
the golden shower plant.
okay.
And
So because
there is
I
a
could
guava.
see that
Yes, yeah.
what is this? Like you were saying something?
No, that I was showing that plan. So this is the bilimbi, or a type of star fruit,
Okay.
and over here is custard apple.
Yeah, true.
Have different custard apples, and over here is the Cape jasmine
Jasmine.
and the normal jasmine and different things. So that's pretty much one hibiscus.
Hibiscus.
That is pretty much covered the entire
Covered.
area.
Yes. That looks so amazing. So, do you do composting for your garden at your home or?
Yeah. So we have the composter, the Khamba, the retired terracotta one. So we have 2 of them in fact. So we don't throw any waste. So we recycle that and we use that for the plant.
Okay. So, is it sufficient for all the plants that you
No,
have?
absolutely, it is not sufficient. So I get cow dung from outside, cow dung, and I also get vermicompost. So I don't use any pesticide in my garden. I use everything organic. So the main fertilizer what I use is cow dung or sheep manure. So these are the things what I get it. And the vermicompost that also I get it from nursery, and the compost which we make at home. So basically, the compost from the terrace that goes to limited set of plants, because we don't have that much
Yeah.
of volume from the composting, right? Even though we have 2
Sure.
Khamba, the waste generation is limited. So anything which is green coming from the kitchen, it goes in over there. We don't throw any green waste outside.
Okay. Okay. That's true. Totally. So, as I saw the carpet of Wandering Jew totally, and there must be a lot of carpets similarly like that. So, lizards and snakes, how you control those things, matlab?
You cannot control everything. It's like an ecosystem all by itself. So only thing you need to do is keep that area clean and active, so that you can identify anything which is coming in. So basically, the lizards you cannot control it. It comes all the way to everywhere. But whereas in the case of snake, when you keep the area active and there is a people movement, and they sense that okay, it is a living area. So they won't come and enter into that premises. So the moment you leave that area and keep it non-livable or ignorant kind of area, that is when most of the time snakes come in. And keep that area clean. So I have used frequently clean that area and make sure nothing is piling up in that area. So that's another way to avoid.
Okay. Okay.
And
So, like
another
lizards.
question is mosquitoes. So how do you avoid the mosquito? So mosquito are also you cannot avoid it completely. So whenever we come in, we play the shuttle badminton every evening.
That's true. That's totally. Matlab, it would be a separate game
Yeah,
now
that's
these
true.
days if we have in our home. And in monsoon, definitely the quantity of mosquitoes are increasing day by day.
True.
So that is going on. So do you feel that lizards and insects like these reptiles maybe, so they harm exactly the plants? Matlab, do you really feel, because a lot of people say that no, there should not be lizards in my garden, but I feel like they ate mosquitoes. If they are, it's good.
Yeah, see, end of the day, anything that's part of nature. So whether it
Yeah.
is lizard or even spider for that matter. See, most of the people are scared of spider. So, but they take care of lot of pests. So whether the lizard, as you said, they take care of the mosquitoes. So there are a lot of small microorganisms which are kept in bay because of this type of insects like lizards or spiders and different things.
Yeah, that's true, definitely. But yeah, that is also correct. If we are building this nature, like the ecosystem of nature, we want plants and greenery around us. We have to accept these things also with us, that snakes will also come, lizards will also come, and we will see different types of insects and reptiles nearby our place. It's just like that. We should know, we should not be scared, take them, like handle them properly, and that's it. So that's
See,
really
just like you
good.
enjoy a butterfly or a bird coming to your garden, see, all these lizards and other things also will come in. So it is part of, you are not inviting a butterfly to your garden, or you are not inviting a bird to your garden. Only thing, you have planted a plant, so the birds like it and they come and sit over there. So likewise, the lizard or spider or any other thing also will come in. So you have to keep that area clean so that that population can be controlled. So whenever I see a spider web or cobweb, I clean that area so that it will relocate to a different place.
True. Definitely. So looking at this thing, like one more question it's coming in my mind, that have you tried growing microgreens
We have tried so
ever?
many times microgreens, and we do that occasionally. So whenever we want to harvest something, my wife does that most of the time, and my daughter also gets involved in that. So that's like a mini experiment. Yeah, we plant something, after a few days it sprouts and we consume it. So that we do.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So anything else, Sumesh, that you want to share with us as your experience in this your 8-year journey of gardening? Anything you want to you would like to say to audience, that they should not get scared of growing a lot of trees? I'm not saying as a scared because of people get scared that they would have to spend so much time in cleaning the space, in spending a lot of time into gardening. मतलब अगर इतना बड़ा garden है तो ये लगेगा कि नहीं, we have to stop our job and then we have to take care. But as you are saying that कि you're anyway doing the job, you have a full-time other work that you have to do, and so much big garden you are taking care only on Saturday and Sunday, and that too not full day. So like when we look the fancy gardens and all, like every time people say इसके लिए तो हमको job छोड़ना पड़ेगा and then we have to do this. So what do you like to say to those people? Like, is it in your words, like whatever you want
Yeah,
to
I would say,
suggest?
see, when you look at a person with a healthy six-pack kind of body, so do you ask that person, okay, are you not working and full-time doing gym? No, right? So likewise, see, if you pursue something as you from your heart, okay, that is a hobby which you want to do things. Some people like cooking, some people like drawing,
Yeah.
so they follow that as a passion. So gardening is also no different. So most of the time I get this question, okay, yeah, so you don't work, right? So you take care of this garden. So
Okay.
so is it a full-time job? But no, see, end of the day, it's a hobby which we both pursue. So it depends on
Yeah.
you, how much time you can spend, and what you want to be with your space. So define that and follow that. And other thing, don't copy someone else, because the climatic condition of some other person or the garden area of some other person, the lighting conditions, that will be different. Understand your area and work accordingly. So you can get inspired from a different person. So looking at this, yeah, you can try doing this plant, and don't do things all of a sudden. So start small. Then when you get comfortable, add more plants. So I have seen a lot of people. One day they will fill the entire balcony with plants. Then after 2-3 months, slowly everything start dying. So they are not able to, and they eventually lose that hope. So instead of that, anything, so whether it's a drawing or cooking or anything, so how exactly you should start? You should start small get comfortable, grow more. So like our kids also, they directly don't join an engineering college or medical college, right? They start with ABCD, go to first standard, second standard. Over the period of time, they graduate and move into a college. So likewise, in the case of gardening, also it's the same. Start with some basic plans, understand what is gardening, understand what is lighting requirement, understand what is a watering cycle. Then you grow further and add more plants. So
That's
that
true,
is my
definitely.
advice for anyone who wants to start a garden.
Yeah, that's totally true. I would also like to say that plan accordingly. Matlab, if you want to do gardening, it's not like that you have to take out anything spare out of your life. If you want, like, matlab, if you have to do gardening, definitely you have to take out, but not that much time that it will ultimately come that you have to leave the job
Exactly,
or something like
that is
that.
true. And,
Yeah.
and other one, the most important thing is don't get influenced by Instagram or any other platform. So most of the time, when people post some picture, yeah, even I want to have that. So,
Yeah,
but before that, look at the climatic conditions, whether it is possible or feasible in your location or garden. So if it is feasible, yes, you can look into that. If it is not feasible, instead of killing that plants, with the online shopping, all the plants are available anywhere in India. So you can get a plant
yeah,
from Kerala or you can get a plant from Kashmir or Assam or any area. So it is just a matter of ordering and getting the plant. But before ordering,
yeah.
understand whether you are going to dedicate the plant and create the climatic condition. If not, what happens is you are going to kill the plant and you are going to disappoint yourself and you are going to disappoint the gardening journey. Yeah, okay, I'm not a good gardener or I'm not able to take care of the plant. So understand what grows locally or understand what's the climatic condition which is suitable, then select the plants accordingly. So most of the time when I
Definitely,
post
definitely.
avocado picture, I get questions from different climatic conditions. Okay, can I grow avocado in a pot, or can I grow avocado in a balcony, or can I grow it in Delhi or Rajasthan? So it is not possible. Each fruit has its own climate. So there are certain fruits which
Yeah.
are I am not able to grow in this climate, but it will grow good in some other place. So it's all about understanding what grows well and taking things accordingly.
That's true. That's true. Like gardening is like we have to definitely understand the climatic condition of our area, and then only we can start doing this because we also suggest a lot of people, and basically we suggest them ki don't go according with the state or a city. You have to measure the temperature of your place because in some area humidity is more, and in some area it might be less. So check the temperature of your place and then bring the plant inside your
But
home whether it would be able to survive or not, and then you can go ahead with
see,
that gardening journey.
as you correctly said, it doesn't matter which state or which city it is. I would say even in apartment, the facing of the balcony that also matters. So if your
True.
balcony is
Yeah.
something which is getting good direct sun, you can grow a lot of
Yeah.
plants. If your balcony is facing
Yeah.
to some not getting good direct sunlight, then you have to select plants accordingly. So don't look
Definitely.
at okay, understand what is your area, then select the plants accordingly. And
Yeah.
yeah, you can grow
That's
different
really.
varieties according to the even though there's no direct sunlight. You can go for low light plants. So it doesn't require all plants
Yeah.
doesn't require equal amount of sunlight. So you have to understand the light, then select the plants accordingly.
Okay, okay, definitely, definitely. I hope a lot of people understand by looking at this that first of all, don't copy people. Like if somebody has a good, then I also want, definitely you can have it, but make sure that that plant should also survive in that climatic condition. And rest, like if you want to do gardening, you have to plan your day, your week accordingly when you can spend that time with the plants and with your garden.
Yeah.
So,
So do you want to take some questions? So is the size of your
yeah.
garden 1,500 square feet? Yeah, I already told that. So 1,500 square feet is the entire land area, and that which includes the house also. And it looks so good. The greenery. Planner, how do you avoid chameleons if it comes? So we have a chameleon. So it goes into the garden. So we don't disturb anything. So there are lizards, there are chameleons, spiders, and everything. So they take their space, we take our space. So that's it.
That's true. That's true.
And,
Those are now become the family.
yeah, and dog also keeps the snake in awareness. So I would say it depends. So see, most of the our dogs So they are more sophisticated. They are indoor dogs. So if it is like an indie breed, they have that wild vibe. So they know, okay, yeah, something is roaming around nearby. So I have a Labrador, and he spends most of the time indoor. So he doesn't see anything as a harmful one. Or so normally people think that okay, cat and dogs fight. So
Huh.
it depends on the breed. So here the cat goes right in front of him. He will be least bothered. Yeah, okay, yeah. One animal is going away. So it depends on the
Yeah,
dog breed
that
also.
या एक्चुअली वो जो हमने बचपन में सुना है ना वो सारा का सारा हम लोग सोचते हैं कि दैट इट्स लाइक दैट until and unless we see, so we should definitely not feel like that dogs and cats are enemy of each other.
Yeah.
They are maybe, but yeah, like if they understands that ki theek hai, how to like manage the things. I also saw a lot of cats and dogs in front of each other and they're okay, they fine, they know ठीक है मतलब हाँ ये cats का area है, ये dogs का area है, I have to be in my area, that's fine, मतलब they don't harm cat babies also, मतलब anything. And even animals, like they protect their kids very well. When we see like I have that experience actually in my cousin's place. They got this snake when I went in their house, and the cats were like they were screaming standing over there because she has 3 babies. So she was screaming that the snake should not come inside. So that's those things now when we see lively, it looks so good that how she's protective towards kids. Yeah. So
And
those
someone has
things are
mentioned cat also take care of snakes. See, again, it depends. But I have seen cats alarming the snake presence. So in my
really.
IGTV post, there is one snake catching video. So we had a snake nearby in our layout, and it was a cobra, and the cat was looking at that. So the security came and caught that, and we relocated that snake. So you can see the cat and snake face off in that. So I think it is pretty 1 year old. You will be able to see that in the post. And
Cat specifically, Sumesh, or it's like do you have cats at your
no.
place?
We have a couple of cats in our layout, so they freely roam
Okay,
around. So we don't have cats in our home.
okay.
Then what manure do you use for fruit trees? I use cow dung and compost. Then can we grow avocado in Goa? So I am not sure. I think you can. You can try, but look at for a brighter spot and plant it in the ground. So you can definitely try that. I think we have
Almost
covered.
are covered.
Are you able to see any other questions?
No, actually, I just going when you were reading. So almost maybe like a lot of things we have covered because you have totally explained a lot of things to them. And if we have missed something, guys, like you can visit 1500 square feet page and you can just have a proper look over there, like all the trees and everything which has posted over there as a video and a picture. So anything else, Sumit, that you want to share with us?
No. So thanks everyone
Okay.
for joining in. Please do follow my Instagram handle 1500 square feet gardener, and you can also follow the affordable organic store.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
so much,
Have a wonderful
Sumesh.
day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.